player. So yeah,
Yeah, it kind of depends what you're looking for, because you could argue that because his region is for the most part dominated by Kellister and Special, he needs better practice against Terrans. So like you would want to like get practice against like players like Innovation and Mario and stuff like that. But like
he did make off the group stage.
exactly, and, you know, Clem's in Europe, right? So you want to practice against Clem instead, you know. So yeah.
That guy's a monster. Mm. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And speaking of that player, he is blue, as in the color blue, playing for Team Axon from Latin America. Hailing from Mexico, Cham.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Romanticide LE, we have the other Mexican player, the best Protoss player in all of Latino America. He is representing Alpha X. It is Pacomike.
Now that you mention it, I should have done something better. The best player.
Yep.
Oh no! I'm doing things good.
I was thinking that as well when you were doing the intro. I'm like, yo, it's the best Protoss against the best Zerg, right? Like you gotta hap it up. But
we got the best of two races from the same country. They're gonna duke it out in the all-out. I can't say that word. Best, yeah. How do I and Pacomike is sending his probe, doing the dance and throwing down a cyber core with the mineral. He's gonna give 5 minerals to Cham. Is Cham gonna take it? I don't know.
God damn it. Thank you, Air Orange, for the 100 bits. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the casting. Again. Oh god. But I mean, that's an interesting thing as well. Like, I don't know what it is about Mexico and Latin America, but like Pacomike, Special, and Cham, they're all from Mexico, of all countries. Like, it's pretty impressive.
Kellister is Brazilian.
Kellister is Brazilian.
Yeah. So we've got the best Zerg from Mexico, and we got the best Protoss from Mexico, but we don't know who is the better Terran. Is it in Mexico or Brazil? And to hype it up, Cham is getting a 3rd base. Whoa!
He is getting a 3rd, and Pacomike, he's doing Pacomike things. He is going for a Stargate opener. So okay, all right, let's talk about Pacomike for a moment here. Pacomike, he's known for his Stargate play. He's the kind of player who loves to go Stargate, you clear the vision, throw down the 2nd Stargate, throw down a fleet beacon. You know, that's the kind of player Pacomike is. And on Romanticide, which is a really wide map, a really open map, it's easy to expand and take bases. Like that could be what he wants to go for.
This is the sky toss kind of player.
You're like,
chills.
you're like, oh god, no, not a sky toss player.
Yeah, it's scary. Scary.
Yeah, the Adepts, they get into the main base, but they immediately get surrounded, they get dealt with. They didn't even really get to scout too much. To be fair, there's not that much to scout, so it's fine. Like, they get taken out. And so far, the Void Ray has been able to kill an Overlord, denied the vision, and there it is! Double Stargate!
Wow, look, you've been watching quite a few games of him, you know.
Yes.
That's cheating.
This is what I'm trying to put into you. Like, Pacomike, this is what he does. Like, if he can he'll go for double Stargate. He can also throw in like Glaive Adepts and stuff like that, but like that's if he's forced to, you know. In a best of 3 or a best of 5, like you can't do the same thing every single game, you know. So I don't know if we're gonna see more of this in this series, but here in game 1, I like this, you know. He's not just going double Stargate, he's going triple Stargate.
What a madman.
You're like, what is he doing?
Double Stargate is okay, but triple off like 2 bases and with a third on the way. Can he afford this? Can you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the reason why is because he's cutting corners. He doesn't have a robo. He doesn't have like more gateways or anything like that. He's producing 3 Void Rays at a time, mate.
Oh my god.
This is beautiful. This is amazing. All right, so what we're gonna see is Pacomike is gonna make a couple of waves of this, maybe get like 6 or 7 Void Rays out because he already has 1 on the map. And then he's gonna throw down a Fleet Beacon and then go into carriers. That's typically what he goes for. Ooh, but I actually really like this. Like, so when you go mass Void Ray, it's gonna trigger Cham. It should trigger Cham to go Hydras, right? To deal with the Void Rays. So you need to get something to deal with the Hydras. Like, you know what the Zerg player is going to respond with, so you have to get ready for the response, right?
Yep. And well, you're right. Cham is putting a Hydra list then, right? And typically, like Void Rays, like just pure Void Rays, they don't do very well against like a very strong Hydra-link timing attack. When Jesus, the Fleet Beacon is up.
Yeah.
Wow, he killed the stasis one. What?
Yeah, he just barely managed to kill the stasis ward again. He had the spore as well for detection. Meanwhile, he is looking to go for a counterattack. All the Void Rays are across the map, so this is a little bit scary. There isn't a lot to defend at home, so these links could deal a lot of damage before the Fleet Beacon even comes into play.
Is he?
Oh.
He's gonna get pushed back? Or he's just gonna be annoying? Yep, just annoying.
Yeah, he's just trying to be as annoying as he can. Meanwhile, the Void Rays, they killed the spawning pool!
Oh my god! Well, this is what you get when you have the best Zerg and the best Protoss player.
Exactly, that's exactly what happens. Oh my god, he's even throwing down the stasis ward, and you know, these banelings, they could just be absolutely denied, but at the same time, it looks like there were a couple of banelings that went into the 3rd base, and like you were talking, oh god, they just avoid the stasis.
Whoa. And the base are like, nope, I don't have my brothers with me.
Oh god.
And so close, just... Well, Pacomike really lost like 13 probes.
Yeah, that's a big chunk of probes. To be fair, like, it's kind of, I don't want to say equalized, but like Cham had to do something because he lost the spawning pool, you know, like losing the spawning pool is pretty huge.
Yeah, you have to delay some things quite a bit.
Exactly. And we were talking about the response, right? So we have like Ling, Hydra, like Bane coming out from Cham, and sure, Void Rays aren't ideal against that, but you know, Pacomike, he has charge, like he has charge for his Zealots, +1 is about to finish as well, so he's gonna have Zealots to complement all of his Sky Toss, and that's not too bad against Hydras.
That's a lot of Hydras.
Oh, that's why he cut it up with force fields.
But it doesn't have link, like if he had link support, it would definitely have been better. But he's just going pure Hydras.
Just keep rubbing in the fact that he lost his spawning pool. He's like, yeah, if he had the links, he'd be in a much better position. It's like, he lost it.
No, I wasn't rubbing. I saw that the spawning pool was done. I was like, he could have built that, but yeah, I think at this point it's like, you wouldn't want a lot of links. You just like want a decent amount of links to actually be a buffer, and just overwhelm with mass Hydras. Cause like interceptors, yeah, they cost money. It's annoying, but once the carriers run off interceptors, they are just flying supply. That's all. They are just like massive overlords.
Definitely, and I don't know if like I don't know if Pacomike can really hold here at the 4th base location. He's trying to expand, but there are just so many Hydras. Storm is on the way, but Storm isn't done. The force fields go down, but there's just too much on the ground.
Look at the Hydras.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, there are just so many Hydras that are going to push through, force a cancel on the 4th base, push up, and you know what? All the sentries are dead, so no more force fields.
And there's no more interceptors. Oh, but there's a stasis.
Nicely done. If it wasn't for that stasis, like Cham would have just kept pushing up the ramp. But it does force him back. There are a couple of High Templar, and the Storm just finished.
That's a very nice time. Oh. Well, but Cham is not only out of ideas. She's getting like 10 infestors behind us with Neuroparasite. That's gonna be done. So he could neuro like the what? No, it's not intercept.
Carriers.
Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
the big thing in the sky. Yeah.
Yeah. Good. At least you know your StarCraft units. I'm happy. Good.
Yeah, I like that, you know, Cham, he is working on that. Neuroparasite isn't done yet, though, so the only thing these infestors can really do is either fungal or microbial shroud.
Oh yeah, micro. Yeah, the shroud.
Exactly, but you know what? Neuro just finished.
Oh, oh, but the high tempers managed to
Feedback.
well, yeah.
But it just wasn't enough. All the carriers got CC, they all got focused down, and Cham takes game 1.
Wow, that was exciting. Okay, I may not sound excited, but that was exciting. Alright, I'm gonna hype up the next game. I'm gonna do it hyped. I got this.
Oh god. Yeah, like honestly, Pacomike was defending really well. It's just he was completely caught off guard by the infestors. Like he didn't have any detection with his army. He had to use revelation to reveal the infestors, and like by the time he did that, it was too late. Like everything was mind controlled, you know? Like
Protoss units, they got mind control.
Yeah, like he needed a larger army on the ground to help support his carriers, because it felt like he only had carriers and like very minimal like units on the ground, like very minimal like High Templar and Archons and Zealots.
I think what Pacomike wanted to go for is probably these kind of standard like carriers with the ground army literally like being High Templars. So he was trying to cut that. Because any other thing that's on the ground, they're gonna get shredded by the Lings and Hydralis. So like just having High Templars to be good. That's all. Like I mean, he was kind of forced in that position where he had to build a bit more units because he didn't reach the carrier count for like the unit. This guy tossed ball that he really wanted.
Yeah, he was getting there, and if Cham let him get there, it would have been terrifying. But Cham, like he knew that he was kind of on a timer. He had to make something happen before Pacomike got a 4th base up and running, essentially, and yeah, he was able to pull it off.
And time to hype them up. Spawning at the bottom of the map as the Blue Zerg, playing as the Blue Zerg from Mexico, the best Zerg player in Latin America for Team Axon. We've got Cham, the champ.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Mexican Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Team Alpha X. He is the best Protoss player in all of Latino America. We'll see if he's going to be able to bring it back here against Cham. He wasn't able to do it in game 1. Can he do it in game 2? It is Pacomike. Oh boy. Alright, so I have to ask you a question, Aries. What do you think Pacomike is gonna open up with here in game 2?
Why did you ask me about Protoss? Stargate.
Stargate. Okay. I think that would be smart if he opened up Stargate but didn't go like double Stargate, you know?
Right, Stargate opener.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't seen him do anything else other than opening Stargate. Like this is the third game, the third game that I've seen. And for the past two games, he opens up Stargate. Whether does he go to Skytoss this time, I don't know.
Yeah. I feel like it wouldn't be smart to go for the same build as Romanticide. I think it'd be good to open up Stargate, clear Overlords, and then go into like Twilight Council, you know? Like to make it look as if you're doing the same thing when really like you have other plans, and maybe like trick your opponent, maybe like psych Cham out a little bit.
Yeah, like normally, like I think players in the first game they were like to play a general macro game to like test those waters and like see where my opponent is at and all that. And I'm just gonna be honorable for a while, and the next game, cheeky business. But it looks like both of them are just gonna go for the same macro way. None of them is going for anything cheeky. And wow, we are wrong. Pacomike decides to go for a Twilight Council first.
There we go. He did open up with a Stalker, and he was able to deny the scouting of this Overlord, even going over to the right-hand side to try and catch an Overlord as well. Again, Pacomike, he's really prioritizing denying the scouting of Cham, making sure Cham doesn't know what Pacomike is going for. And Pacomike, I imagine this is going to be for it's Starshine.
Oh, wow.
And now we see why he was working so hard to make sure Cham didn't scout this.
But oh yeah, he would need a third gas though for DTs, like 2 gases. Yeah. He says kill 4 too.
Yeah, he's looking to try and get the rest of his gases, looking to try and expand and take a third base. So now it's on Cham. I do love Cham's like link spread to make sure he catches any like War Prism that leaves the main base. So he does have that there just in case that happens. And Cham, like, this is something that he does often, is that he skips Overlord speed, so he can't really go in with an Overlord or an Overseer to scout what his opponent is going for.
He opted for a quicker lair. Because 800 years. So he should, and he's just gonna preemptive spores. Well, I think that Pacomike reputation as a Stargate player is definitely not helping when he's gonna go for DTs with Blink too.
Right, like you were talking about how when you go for like a DT opener you need like at least 3 gases. He's took 4 gases, and we see why. Like he's going straight into Blink DTs. And Cham, he may have been able to get a glimpse. He may have been able to see the DTs there with his Overlord. That was a little bit preemptive by Pacomike, and we'll see if these DTs can do much here. Cham knows he's getting an Overseer.
You saw that shimmering light. Fun fact: did you know DTs swap in with different weapons?
They do, depending on the skin and stuff, right?
I don't know if it's for the skin and stuff, but I do know that they spawn different. They could either be spawned with 2 blades or that like thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
But the DTs do get revealed. It looks like Blink is going to finish up in 5 seconds, but like, is Blink going to really do anything? Again, there's vision all over the place. Yeah.
DTs are just going to go and just deny creep, that's all. Deny the tumors, take down the tumors, slow down creep spread.
I guess so. This is such an odd opening. Like, there are more DTs coming across the map. It's odd because there's no War Prism. Like, normally you see like DTs with a War Prism, and then if they don't do any damage, like they get morphed into Archons, and then you harass with the Archons of the War Prism. But Pacomike's just doing his own thing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I think the blink is just there for like that amount of DPs can snipe off a hatchery like really quickly. So maybe those DPs could be used for like when Pacomike decides to move out his main army. Those DTs are gonna be commando DTs. I'm gonna blink in, snipe the hatchery, and blink out.
I mean,
now.
Yeah, he could do that here again. This hatchery is pretty vulnerable, and he's gonna start focusing it down. It looks like he's gonna get it.
And he's just gonna blink away.
Oh, but the Lings are gonna catch up to them, and he turns them into Archons.
Commando, what? Oh, you can recall Archons back when they're morphing? What?
Yeah.
What a big brain.
Okay, that was really nicely done. I was worried he was going to lose all the DTs, but really smart. He turns them into Archons, which gives them so much armor, so much shields, and then he recalls. Nice.
Oh, big brain play right there.
Oh my god, is it big enough though? It's a pretty large army for Cham. He's got a lot of Lings, he's got a decent amount of Banelings. No Baneling speed, even on the way.
He's gonna go for a Baneling trouble. But though, Pacomike is a really scary army. Immortal, Sentries, Archons, Stalkers. Generally, but with good force fields, you can just stop the Hydraulic Bane for a while.
Yeah, definitely. Like, his main army is scary, but what's scary is the drops that are about to happen, and I don't know if Cham's gonna react in time.
He's gonna 1, 9, 10, 12.
Oh my god. Jesus. Yeah, 12 probes go down instantaneously. Meanwhile, we have another Dropper Lord going into the main base, and Pacomike, he's too busy dealing with the main army. Oh.
Yeah, but he has a very big... Pacomike has a big army right in front of his base. If he manages force fields to keep the Banelings out, he could take this hatchery down and... Oh. Wow, that's a lot of Banelings, but the Banelings don't have Baneling speed. They don't have it.
Oh my god, they don't have Baneling speed. It's still a ways away from finishing, and you know what? That second Dropper Lord, it didn't deal any damage at all. He got sniped out of the sky by the Stalkers. So Pacomike, he actually defended fairly well, and he did a decent amount of damage, but he didn't kill the hatchery.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, if he did kill the hatchery, then this attack would have been really worth it. Like, when he just moved out, lost units, and just has to go back. But if he would take down that hatchery, he would have put Cham at like around 4 bases again, because like
yeah,
5 base.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Pacomike, he definitely could have stayed a little bit longer to kill it, because he does have plenty of energy on his sentries, so he could have continued to use force fields to, like, you know, protect his army, and get that snipe and then back off. But I guess he just felt a little bit too pressured. He was a little bit too scared. He backs off in the end, and oh my god, because of that, Cham is in such a lead.
Yeah. Like, you don't want to just trade armies with Berserk, I think. Because I want, like, you want to do some damage to the economy or something like that. Because like trading armies, you're gonna be at a losing end. So once they hit that drone count which they want, they can just continuously build armies. And their armies are kind of more expendable than Protoss armies in general, or like even Terran armies.
Yeah, definitely. That's, you kind of, again, because the Zerg player is typically, you know, has more bases, has more drones, is being more greedy, so you want to try and punish that. If you're a player like Pacomike, and at the moment it looks like he's staying at home. He's kind of waiting for his upgrades. Extended Thermal Lance is going to finish up. He's working on Storm. Something that's important is that there was a drop that tried to get into the 3rd base, but the cannons were able to stop it and focus it down. And it looks like Cham, he's trying to apply some pressure here, but he doesn't have too much army.
His army is just a LatAm, right? And I think like LatAm armies don't do really very well against a Protoss army. That is like +2, I think. Yeah, he's like plus 2 attack right now.
Yeah, but
Plus 2, like.
right now, Cham, he's doing a decent job at like trying to pull like Pacomike apart, but Pacomike, he did well enough. He defended the north and the south both at the same time. He had just enough units to push Cham away, and now he's going for the counterattack.
Yeah, I don't know if Cham can hold his attack. Like, yeah, he has a lot of units, but I would say the lack of the connecting creep spread is an issue.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, we see Pacomike himself is trying to, you know, divert the attention of Cham away. He attacks the north, but it gets all dealt with, and now the Bailings are gonna crash in. Oh god.
Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole in the wall.
Oh, there's just a little hole in the wall. Pacomike, please. He wasn't able to plug it up, but you know what? In the end, he traded fairly well. There's not that many Hydras. He's gonna go in. He's gonna try and go in again.
Well, this is pretty okay. Like, the Hydras are slowly picking up on the high tech units from the Protoss. And they're even again.
They are even, but the problem is that, again, the hatchery didn't go down. Like, it got so close. Every single time we get so close to going down, and Pacomike just can't close it out. Something that's been bothering me a little bit for a while, he's had this War Prism here in the corner for like 10 minutes. Or maybe not, like 5 minutes. It's just been chilling here in the bottom of the map, and he just hasn't used it yet. He hasn't found the opportunity to dive in. It looks like because of the army composition, Cham can't end the game, but he's just buying time because the Greater Spire is on the way.
But okay, he's gonna go for Greater Spire, yeah. So that means he's gonna go for Brood Lords, but Brood Lords aren't really that popular right now, right?
Yeah.
Like, generally, players would go for Viper, Lurker, Hydra.
Yeah. And
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. As you know what, oh, this is not a good position for Pacomike at all. He's gonna get surrounded.
The Bailings are actually the ones that are doing a lot of damage right now, and you can see like the creep spread really helped a lot. I think the Bailings could just go in even quicker. But surgical strike team.
Yeah, exactly. Like, as all that was happening, Pacomike, he lost a lot of high-tech units. He lost a lot of Colossus. But you know what? That War Prism was finally used. A bunch of DTs were warped in. A base was completely sniped. You know, pretty nice damage from Pacomike. But Cham, yo, he's maxed out. He's got 10 Broodlords on the way.
Does Pacomike have an answer to this? That's the thing. Like, he's gonna have like Archons, and Archons don't generally do very well against the Broodlords because of their low attack range.
Yeah, the problem is that Pacomike has it scouted. He doesn't know that that's the tech that's coming. Like, the thing you would expect is like Hydra Lurker Viper, right? Like, that's the standard thing to do. He's not ready for Broodlords. Like, he doesn't have a bunch of Blink Stalkers to blink under them. He has Archons, and Archons have such short range.
Yeah, like he's getting awfully beacon right now, but I'm not sure whether he has the luxury of time. Oh my, that 10 Broodlord shooting Broodlings at you, you don't want that any day.
Yeah, and here we go. The Broodlords are just pushing in. There's nothing that Pacomike can do to stop the Broodlords. Like, they're just pushing him all the way back to his bases. Oh god, he's gonna try and get on top of them.
Yeah, Pacomike with the stop. Oh wow, and there's Link behind it. Oh no.
Yeah,
but he's doing a very good job of holding.
Yeah, honestly, he did as best that he could, and you know what? At the end of the day, he's actually kind of pushing through. He's warping in more Stalkers. He's trying to get on top of the army.
This was a great hold at Pacomike. Like, you know, with the fact that he didn't know that the Broodlords were there.
Yeah.
And he didn't have the best army composition to deal with it, but he holds.
It's one of those things where he holds, like he survived, but is he alive? You know, that's that's the question.
Whoa! He's definitely alive, man. He's playing the game.
He is alive, and I think what's really cool is that his main army is still pretty strong. I still think this is scary. He's pushing into creep without any sentries. Like, he has no force fields. Like, there's a lot of potential to just get absolutely surrounded. So this is scary, but he just has to buy time because you were talking about it. He finished up the fleet beacon. Now he's got Tempest on the way.
Now it's Pacomike that has the longer range unit. Tempest the siege unit.
Yeah. The thing is that like it takes time, right, to get this up and running. So is Cham going to give him that time is kind of the big question.
Cham's and I don't know if Cham knows he's going to go for Tempest though. He hasn't seen the Tempest yet.
He hasn't seen the Stargates, he hasn't seen the Fleet Beacon, he hasn't seen anything to signify what Pacomike is going for. So now it's Cham's turn to be surprised by, oh my god, he's got Tempest of all things. Like, I really need to, you know, like reinforce my army with Corruptors and stuff like that.
Yeah, and we'll see how does Cham manage to against this. Ay.
Oh, okay, decent micro. The Zelts were able to trade as best as they could, trying to avoid the Banelings. But in the end,
really explode on.
The Archon.
Sorry. Yeah, it was quite cute. Boom! It became a huge explosion. Boom!
Yo, he's not stopping the. But you know, there's still plenty of Banelings here. Like, should be fine.
Right now, Zelts are just cannon fodder. Yeah, both of them are just trading blows at one another, trying to find a what do you call that? Weakness?
Yeah.
A hole in the wall, something like that.
Yeah.
Cham is on a timer. Because like Zerg, yeah, they get a lot more drones, they get to expand quicker, but because of that, they run out of mining bases quicker too.
Yeah, definitely. Eventually, like, Pacomike's gonna have the superior army, and sure, Cham is trying to harass a little bit here and there, but Pacomike, he's on top of it. He isn't just getting Tempest, but he's got carriers on the way as well. Like, he's working towards that ideal end game Protoss army composition. He's not there yet. Like, he doesn't have a mothership, and he's lacking some High Templars with his main army, but it's still looking pretty scary.
And the Banelings just oh, they didn't do much. But Cham, he's gonna go in with the Bane.
Oh, forces the High Templar to turn into Archons. That's a wasted storm there. And now the Hydras are gonna get on top of the Immortals. But you know what? Like, Pacomike doesn't care. He wants to get rid of these Immortals. Like, that's not what he wants. He wants that Sky Toss.
And at the same time, he's pushing it.
The Broodlords!
They can't do much.
They're dead?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Cham,
yeah, Cham, he had too much supply to the bottom left, and now he's trying to come back to reinforce, but it's too late. He lost all his Vipers, he lost all his Broodlords. Like, he's only got one Broodlord left. I think he lost all his Corruptors as well. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have anti-air like right now. He has 11 Hydrolis, and 11 Hydrolis ain't gonna do much against this army.
yeah, and the problem is the Hydras are busy. They're busy trying to deal with the force to the bottom left, which means all this Skytoss is free to just deal with the top right, to deal with all these fresh mining bases. Sure, there are Hydras on the way, but they're not here yet.
Yeah. Cham. Like, this game is really back and forth. Like, if you think about it, Cham was the one that was trying to surprise Pacomike. Pacomike was the one that was trying to attack, but unfortunately he didn't get the bases. Right now, Cham, he tried to attack south, but he's gonna catch the
everything. He gets one carry, the second carry is gonna go down. The Tempest as well. Like, Pacomike, for one moment he wasn't paying attention. I don't know if maybe he didn't have recall on cooldown. He recalls now, but it's too late. He lost everything that mattered.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, he should get down at that base at itself. So it's pretty okay, right? He's in an okay position, right? He managed to down 2 bases at the north and the south. He managed to secure his base on the left side. And his units managed to regroup.
Yeah, this is I still feel a little bit scared for Pacomike because this army here, like, he's able to hold against the Hydras, but Cham, he's also pushing to the south with all of these Hydras, and without High Templar, like, it doesn't look like Pacomike has enough here to hold. Like, we'll see if he's able to reinforce. Like, there's 2 battles happening at the same time.
What's the south end? Like, Cham hasn't been able to break through at the south.
Wow.
GG is called.
GG, Pacomike. You were talking, like, it was really scary for Pacomike because there were 2 times where he attacked and he left the hatcheries on red health. You know, it's like, if you just killed the hatcheries, you would have been looking so good. And he didn't know about the Broodlords either. He had a bunch of Archons to deal with the Broodlords, but he had just enough to hold there, and he he does it. He takes the game.
And they're now 1-1. This is what happens when you get the 2 best players in the region. They're just trading blows with each other, and then what happens is that it's a 1-1. Now we get to see how it's gonna be for 3rd game. Is it gonna? I think it's gonna end a draw, honestly.
Oh god damn it, Claire. But yes, you're right, we're here, we're tied up, we're going to the ace match, Cham and Pacomike. Again, I'm sure people who are unfamiliar with Pacomike, they're like, yo, Cham should have this, right, mate? He just dropped the game. This could go either way. Again, Pacomike, like, his ideal scenario, he wants to get to that sky toss. That's where he feels the most comfortable. It's all about Cham. Is Cham gonna let him get there? Is he gonna allow Pacomike to get into the sky with his carriers, with his Tempest, his Void Rays?
Yeah. I think it's like map. Lightshade is a pretty good map to go for. Skytoss, I think. I've seen Neep do it in the DreamHack. It worked pretty well. So this map, the 3rd one, I'm not too sure. Is it a good idea?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Because right now, spawning at the bottom left side of the map as the blue Zerg from Mexico, and the best Zerg in the entire region of Latin America, play for Team Exxon. We've got Cham.
And spawning in the top right hand corner of Pillars of Gold LE, we have the other Mexican player, the Mexican Protoss player, representing Alpha X, as well as being the best Protoss in all of Latin America. We're tied up, we're 1-1. Can he close it up here against the champion? It is Pacomike.
So you go for Stargate or Twilight first? Or maybe this one's gonna go for Robo first.
No, that's
What
great.
do you think?
That's crazy. That's crazy. Robo first. I would like to see Twilight Council first. Not into DTs though. Not into DTs. I don't know if the blink on those blink DTs really worked out for him. Yeah.
I mean, it saved the DTs then, right? Like in the last game, if you didn't have blink, you have lost all the Dark Templars, I think. Maybe.
It's one of those things where, because he didn't have a War Prism with his DTs, like, he needed blink, right? It's like you either get blink for your DTs or you get a War Prism instead, you know, to keep them alive and micro them.
Yeah. Well, we'll see this game. What is he gonna go for? Cham. He's gonna go like pretty standard, pretty, Pacomike. Also the same thing. Like, there's no like proxy hatcheries or something like that coming from either play. Coming from Cham. There's no like forge first, something like that.
Cham has been known to meme it up sometimes, but in the A smash, like it sounds really risky to do. Doesn't sound like the best idea, you know? So Cham, he's gonna play a little bit more straight up and okay. Que tramas. Interesting.
Nada. Pretty sure it's not a nada I'm thinking of, honestly.
Nada is nothing. Not nada. So Pacomike was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Nothing." He's like, "I smell something fishy. Like something's not right." That's what he's saying. He's saying, "Huele algo cochino." Like, I smell something disgusting. You know, that's like, what are you doing?
I mean, so, like you said, it's something that the third game you don't want to do anything like too risky, right? But there are players who have been known, like their third game they come up with something really out of the ordinary, catch the, you know. We had to play off guard, and then if it works out, it works out. And this time we have an open right on top of the StarCraft.
Yeah. This is just like what happened in game one. Game one, Cham sent in an Overlord, he scouted, Void Ray killed the Overlord, then 2 Stargates were thrown down. What will Pacomike do here though? Because so far we don't have a second Stargate, he hasn't thrown down any additional tech, he is taking all 4 of his gases though.
Maybe what you said, Stargate, more Stargates.
Yeah, we'll see. As so far he's expanding, he's taking his 3rd base. It looks like there are enough links here to take out the Adept. Oh, wow. Wow. How?
Close. Big brain. The Adept had a big brain.
How did that happen? All right. So the Adept somehow stayed alive. I think what's really cool is that there wasn't any additional tech that was thrown down. So even though 2 things got in, they scouted, they didn't see anything. And then the Robo was thrown down. So Cham is still a little bit in the dark as to what is happening.
But it's not like Cham is going to change anything. Like he's made up his mind. He's going to go for Roaches. He's like, I'm going to go Roaches, guys. Do it.
This is the first game as well. Every other game he went Hydras. Oh my god.
Oh, I think I know what he's trying to do. It's like, okay, a Protoss gonna go for Stargate, right? So this is the timing to actually kill. If it doesn't kill, it's gonna do a lot of damage to the Protoss. Yeah. And look at the Queens waddle.
They're waddling across the map, right? They are the water squad. And the problem is that Pacomike doesn't see this. He doesn't know that this big all-in is happening right now. He doesn't see any of it. And only just now with his Void Ray is he going to finally spot the Queens. And now that's a massive tell. Like, if you see 4 Queens in the middle of the map, it's like, mate, yep, there we go.
No.
Oh god. So okay, Pacomike, he knew something was off, something was smelling fishy. He's throwing down double shield batteries. It looks like the shield batteries may finish up in time with shield battery overcharge. Will he have enough to hold?
Oh, Karens, go. First Karen's gonna attack. Go. Karen.
Oh my god, there are okay, shield battery overcharge does get activated, but the Void Ray gets piled down.
Oh, it's gonna get.
Oh my god, even biles down the Oracle. Pacomike, no, he doesn't have the micro. He doesn't save any of his air units from the biles. The shield batteries go down. And Pacomike was too greedy. He even droned up his 3rd base. Like, he had too many workers. He didn't have enough on the ground.
Yeah, this is that specific timing, like most of the players I think they would like to do against Protoss. It goes for a Stargate and then gets a very, very quick 3rd. Though, if Pacomike had micro his units a little bit, it may the Void would have been alive, right?
Yeah.
The Oracle would have been alive, and they would have been able to do something. Because like once you take out the Queens, basically the IA army can just go camp, and the Queens are just like, all right, I did my job. There's no more units. I'm waddling back. Bye, guys.
Exactly. You know what they're doing? They're doing the equivalent of they're like in slow motion. They're walking away from an explosion. You know, like in that movie trope. They're like, all right, we've done our job. We've dealt with this. We're going back home.
Yeah.
To be fair, Pacomike is currently equal in workers. Cham is only slightly ahead. But Cham, he's expanding. He's droning up. Like he doesn't have to end the game here. You know.
He would want to, but then he realizes he can't, I think. So he's just sending the cameras back. And danger expansion. Like, Cham can't really drone up too much because like the lack of queens at his base. The Karens are just like, you know, they just managed to reach his base.
Yeah.
They managed to inject. So that's a lot of loss in checks. And that's why like his drone count, like he tried to drone up, but there was just a lack of larvae. Larva.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't have the larva because all the queens were across the map. They're only able to inject now, so he's only just now is he going to really ramp up when it comes to the worker count, when it comes to the production. I do like that Pacomike was able to save his workers and he's actually looking to expand. Maybe he should double expand. It's hard to say. Like Pacomike needs to catch up, otherwise he's going to be left behind. Like because Cham on a Zerg on 4 bases is terrifying.
Definitely. But if that base and then the base managed to get up and run smoothly, then he's not in that bad a position, right?
Yeah.
Like he lost a third, he lost his army, but his army right now it's kind of back to where he would want it to be. And that void ray is just Karens are just being dropped to take on the void.
Yep, and here we go. Here comes the second round. We have so many roaches, ravagers, lings, and the Karens also being lifted up in those dropalords, being sent across the map. And Pacomike
just want to party too.
Yeah, exactly. They're just here to mess up the AI to make it harder for it to be focused down.
Whoa, those are very big frame plays. I would never. What the? Okay.
Yeah,
I see.
They're here. They're spreading creep as well. Oh god.
Oh. You know what I'd like to see? Like, there's 2 Doppelords, right? So you can keep 8.
Drones?
No. Like, probably can take like 8 roaches and just drop in the main.
Yeah.
Like, so then at least be doing damage because like Pacomike can't afford to really split up his army, I think.
For sure. He can't at all. Like, to be fair, he has a pretty strong base army. He has 5 Immortals and 2 Archons. One of the Archons will go down. There is a War Prism for micro potential, so if his micro is on point, then he's going to be able to save his units. But, oh my god, the creep is even being spread by the queens.
Yeah. If there's anything I learned about Protoss, I never count out a Protoss with a War Prism and Immortals. No. The micro. Ooh! See what I mean? Never count out a Protoss that has a War Prism.
God.
He's doing really good. He's microing now. That's good.
And you know what's important? Cham actually doesn't know about the top left base. He doesn't know that it's mining. He doesn't know that Pacomike is actually perfectly fine on 3 base economy at the moment.
That's true.
Oh, he's gonna scout. He's gonna scout.
Oh no, he sees it. That's gonna change his plan. I think he's gonna direct his attention to the Ninja 3rd base right now.
He has to. He has to try and stop it. And Pacomike, I thought he was gonna chase him, but he doesn't. Oh god.
Oh no. Is this gonna hurt him more? I'm just gonna focus down the Nexus and he's just gonna crawl out of there with the roaches.
Yeah, that hurts so much. The Nexus was immediately focused down. He tried to overcharge to save it, but it just wasn't enough to keep it alive. There were just too many biles. And now Pacomike's all in. He's on 2 bases. There's creep denying his bases as well. Like he has to do something with this army.
He has a very good base army, like you said. Like there's so many Immortals, and Immortals do like well against roaches. Ooh. He's like getting force. He's gonna have your Archons soon. He's morphing them into Archons. Storm. Yeah, like Pacomike definitely has a chance in this with his Immortal and Archons and Storm.
Yeah, the problem is that it's taking him a long time to get on top of the base. So this entire time, more roaches are pumping out, more lings are pumping out as well for Cham, and now it looks like he's going to be able to overwhelm the army. Just biles all over the place, and there's just too much Zerg.
Now it's up to Pacomike to Michael. Then walk with him with the Immortals. Drop lift, drop lift, drop lift.
Oh god, just with 2 Immortals. Oh god, there's just so much for those 2 Immortals to do, and he's trying to expand, he's trying to get his economy back up and running, but there's just so much Roach Ravager. Cham, he's pushing on in, and Pacomike, he fought really well, he played this out really well, but...
Yeah. Yeah, this is where it's like the beginning of the end right now. There's really nothing much you can do. Like yeah, like I said, he played really, really well. Good. And GG looks like the best Zerg won the best toss this time.
GG, Cham takes it 2-1, and maybe if Pacomike kept that ninja base hidden, like, it would have been completely different, but at the end, Pacomike was able to scout it, he spotted it, he immediately killed it, and then Pacomike was forced, like, that's when the timer started for Pacomike, like, he has to end it, or he's done.
That was intense.
Yeah, it was very intense, and with that, Cham advances to the finals, and we are going to be getting ready for our second semifinals.
Ooh la la.